Hello Scorpio, welcome to your December 2016 Love in General Tarot card readings. First of all, I have been extending a huge apology for the delay in my readings. I know they're super late. I spent 30 days in Bali and I had some of the most life-changing experiences there. Really opening my eyes, experiencing new levels of gratitude and just appreciation of humanity in general. And I really hope that a lot of the lessons and things that I learned, come through a little bit more in my readings, and kind of as I develop as a person, hopefully can help more with what I do. So really want to express gratitude for you for being here as well. Let's begin. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with the generals. I'll explain when I get there. But let's focus now on the love energies for Scorpio for December 2016. Whoops. Love energies for Scorpio. Okay, one more, I think we'll be done. There we go. King of Swords, Page of Cups reversed, Five of Swords, King of Wands, Ace of Cups reversed, Five of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Six of Swords, and Eight of Pentacles. First of all, you in the center, okay? King of Swords. Someone in your life, someone you care about, someone that's interested in you, your partner, someone you're dating, represented by the King of Wands. There seems to be a lot of stuff going on. I feel like a level of indifference from you. Very cold, very cool energy, and almost unwilling or uninterested in bending or in giving. And that happens in phases and times where we really just need to focus on ourselves, and we need to do things for us, and all sorts of things. But I do sense that there is something going on in your relationship or in your connection with someone else, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles, connecting both of your energies here. It's fives in general for me are tough. It's like my least favorite number, fives and sevens, and they are, this to me is like a card of empty battles, a card of fighting for no reason and for no greater good. And the Five of Pentacles is like being shunned, being left out, feeling rejected. And honestly, I'm kind of feeling like maybe you are the one doing the rejecting. You're the one kind of pushing away, because I see their energy here, and they're looking at you. They're ready to get up and walk over to you, and they are engaged with you, but you're straight focus. Like I said, indifferent. And then we have the Ace of Cups reverse and the Page of Cups reverse. A suppression of emotion. You might even be trying to seem uninterested. Some of you may be playing hard to get. Some of you may be playing, little games. Not communicating, purposely not texting back, not reaching out. For those of you who aren't playing games, it could just be Like, I feel like some of you maybe have lost interest or lost a connection with someone, or that there's something just off with your relationship. And I'm kind of sensing too that this person, whoever this is in your life, is really the one maybe kind of causing these little fights and these little arguments, right? Now, it's not the Five of Wands, it's Five of Swords, which is also like to me, it's like bad habits, you know? And while I don't necessarily see this as someone specifically, you know, trying to piss you off or to make you angry, I'm kind of seeing it, they want attention from you and they're not getting it. Even though you might feel like you're giving it to them in some way, or you might feel like you are giving in some way, for them it's not perceived that way, causing issues in the relationship. And yet I feel like this person continues to push. And the more they push, the more you retract. And then the more left out in the cold they feel. And it's like this vicious cycle. And it's not something that you can just reverse and can just do it differently, right? Because this is coming from a place of where you feel like maybe some of you are feeling annoyed, like you're getting bugged by this person. This person won't leave you alone. They won't stop nagging you. They won't stop, maybe there's a jealous aspect here. And the more jealous they become, the more indifferent you become. The more indifferent, the more jealous. And again, it just goes around and around and around. I feel like this is very cyclical here, these four. And, I feel like there's like someone, even both of you, maybe purposely not saying the things that the other person needs to say or needs to hear. You not saying the things that they need to hear on purpose, because they need to hear it. They need to experience something, or they need that validation, and you're not willing to give it to them. All right, and maybe they're doing the same thing back because they're sensing it from you. So it's just like, it's very off. So if you are with a significant other, and this is, your 10th year or 20th year of marriage or whatever, this can be a real struggle. This can be really, really hard. And coming into the holiday season, depending on your religious beliefs and, whether you celebrate or not, doesn't really matter. But we're coming into this season where people tend to connect with family and people they haven't seen in a long time, and rekindling relationships, mostly family and friends, right? But I see like a lack of desire for that. I see a purpose, like almost like elevation, right? You're elevating yourself and not wanting to participate in that environment. It was a very interesting reading. It's not like the worst. Again, I feel that there is movement, luckily, here with the Six of Swords. So there is movement, there is indication of spiritual growth. Maybe this is something you just need, right? Maybe there's a part of you that needs space, and for some reason, whatever it is, you feel that this person could just be overpowering. You could feel that this person is maybe too aggressive in their approach, or too aggressive in their need for attention, almost. I'm having a hard time formulating these thoughts. I remember, I think it was Leo that was really hard for me last month too. This isn't that hard. This is fine. But, there's definitely, with the air element, and I know you're Scorpio, I know you're water, but you're detaching mentally, you're disengaging mentally and emotionally. And there is a level of indifference. And I think that this is really a spiritual journey that you're on, right? Because to me, that's what is indicated with the Six of Swords. It is a spiritual journey, not emotional so much, right? You may kind of be disengaging in this way, or suppressing feelings, or not communicating, or purposely kind of not saying the things that the other person needs to hear. But that's more just participation, I think, in this Five of Swords issue, right? This like empty battles, right? And I think that there's even a level of giving up and trying a new approach. Because whatever it is, it isn't working. But I think that you're willing to work on it. Eight of Pentacles. I think there's a desire for you and for this person, so your significant other. If you're not in a relationship, this can maybe speak to people that you've just been dating as well. All right, and this can just be like a general, a person. It's like getting back to basics, getting back to the fundamentals of the relationship. Maybe the relationship just got too far off base and it just got a little overwhelming. Maybe a lot overwhelming, actually. And because when you, a water sign, detach emotionally and mentally, mostly mentally, but when you detach in that manner, I feel like it's because it just has veered too far, and the focus is so focused on irrelevant things, not things that really matter to you, not things that you truly care about, and things that you recognize as unimportant. But here's a reminder for you and for your partner to pull it back, right? Let's look at reality for a moment. Let's look at the actual things that are happening, right? Let's not play these games, right? Because these are emotional, these are mental, right? These are not tangible. The problem is that the outcome of this detachment is tangible, right? The Five of Pentacles, that's a reality. That sense of separation, right? Maybe even physically not being around each other anymore. That's something real. That's a reality. So let's look at the reality of actions. Let's look at the reality of things that are said, of words. Let's look at the reality of reactions, all right? And let's reboot, let's refresh, let's regroup. Because I think you have something really... I think you have a true connection with this person. Fire and air go so well with each other, but they fuel each other, right? And they can pollute each other as well. You can't have too much oxygen in a fire, and you also can't have too little. And, it's kind of like, it's got to be the perfect balance. And when that becomes unbalanced, it throws the whole chemistry off, right? And it can be explosive. And so now here you are, I think, kind of recalculating, recalibrating, and saying, okay, let's take it back to the beginning. Let's refocus, let's regroup. Let's see what does this person need? What do I need? And how can we work together to make this happen? It's a very productive relationship when it's working. It's a very beautiful connection when it's in sync. I think you just got out of sync, and that's all. Don't freak out about it. Don't project. It's hard. It's a blip on the radar, right? It's not forever. That's the good thing about these readings, is it can seem a little over dramatic at times. Sometimes I make it that way just to kind of make a point. But at the end of the day, relationships have ups and downs all the time, And so if you are willing, that pulled out too many. I'm sorry, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to just throw them back in here. I just only need one. I forgot what I was saying. Okay, now we have one that pulled out. Okay. And it is this. So I sense that it is hard. I sense that it is, that's the definition of the Nine of Swords, right? It's keeps you up at night. It's the mind is spinning, and I think you're really wondering what to do. What do I do with this person? I love them. I care about them. Do we divorce? Do we break up? Do I work through it? Do I go to counseling? And you're looking at so many options and da 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 da. It can seem overwhelming, especially with the additional stress of the holidays. I'm going to keep throwing that in there because it does add a layer, right? It really, really does. And the Nine of Swords is a very, very dark, difficult place, very dark, difficult thing to deal with on top of just everything else, right? So remember, reboot. Look at the small things. Look at the day-to-day. This is all so high level, again, mental and emotional. You're doing it, I think, to just spur one another on. You're doing it to just annoy one another. I think this person really, truly just doesn't know what to do to get you to engage. They just really, truly don't know what they did wrong. And you can't just separate. You can't just disengage. If you want this relationship to work, which I know that it can, okay? I know that it can. But the fact that you're coming out both as kings means that those emotions are suppressed. They're not being acknowledged and they're not being dealt with in a productive manner, all right? So just Eight of Pentacles, all right? This is productive. This is good. This is daily, one thing at a time, baby steps. Make it tangible, make it real, make it something that you can measure, right? And that's in terms of giving. It's in terms of communicating. It's in terms of sharing and opening up. It's in terms of, you know, the little acts of kindness and the touching and the kissing and, you know, the physical aspects of love as well. I'm sensing the cold shoulder coming from you. You know, open your heart, open your mind to this person. If you really, really want it to work, it has that potential to be wonderful, okay? So now what I'm doing, and I told you I'd explain, a lot of you may have seen, you know, the triple cross where they do 3 layers on the Celtic cross spread. Well, I'm going to use a totally separate deck, and I'm going to lay another layer of 9 just directly on top of this. And you know, just because love and every area of our life, they are so intertwined and connected. And the readings were so similar anyway. I was kind of having a hard time with it being, you know, separate. So, okay. So I'm going to just take all of these. So this was the first one that I saw. Okay, so 2 of Cups. Queen of Swords, Page of Swords again, 10 of Swords reverse, 3 of Swords, the Hierophant reverse on top of a 5, 5 on top of a 5, and again the King of Wands. Okay, and now 2 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles, but reversed. Letting go, all right? Letting go of your idea. Like, don't be stubborn, in other words. Like, totally don't be stubborn, all right? Now, here you are, and I'm going to say it's you coming out as the Queen of Wands because I feel it's that connection with that King of Wands tied by suit, because this is coming out as that same person. I really, really feel. So now, it doesn't have to be love at this instance, all right? But the 3 of Swords on top of the Ace of Cups reverse does tell me of heartache and does tell me of sorrow. So again, you might be dealing with something not related to your relationship. It could be a disappointment in your career. It could be a disappointment in finances, or it could be, you know, you received some bad news about something, or maybe someone passed away, or maybe someone moved away, you know, whatever it is affecting you in an emotional way. Okay, and there's no denying that, but there's also no need for it to be taken out on anyone else, right? I think so I say that, but I'm seeing a connection here. So definitely very, very love related. And I'm seeing hierophant here, as maybe there is some institution in your life that is being affected in a negative way. All right? That craving for space, that craving for new things, and the expansion of the mind, right? That childlike nature of the Page of Swords. I love the Page of Swords. It's they're all my favorites in certain ways. But when it comes to growth and personal development, the Page of Swords to me is the best, because it indicates the entry level of a new chapter, the entry level of a new phase of development and growth, and not judging, and being open-minded, and being curious about other people, about being curious about situations, curious about possibility. You've experienced something challenging for sure. Maybe you were hurt by your significant other. Maybe this disappointment, this sorrow, this grieving has been so palpable, so pungent in your life. And maybe you've been processing it in such a deep way, like you're not sharing, you're not talking about it, you are pushing it down. You're trying to ignore it. You're trying to rise above it. But the Queen of Swords, she is not emotionally suppressed the way a king might be. She's very in tune with emotions. She understands emotions. Now, she may process things in a more logical way than, say, a Queen of Cups or a Queen of Pentacles, but she is aware of what she feels, and she is able to articulate what she feels. And that process of articulation and also of acceptance, all right? This is someone who is very in tune with their intuition, all right? The King of Cups, the King of Swords, not so much, right? But I feel that intuitiveness that in you might be heightened this month, right? And it plays a key role. It plays a key role in salvaging things, if that's something that you want to do, because some institution in your life is broken. Something isn't working. Something is making you unhappy. Something is afflicting you, right? And I think what you want more than anything, what you crave more than anything, is a connection with someone. You're rejecting it, but yet you want it. Why do we do this? I don't know. We're humans, right? We get afraid of the things that we feel. We get afraid of people getting close to us, of people seeing our raw, true selves. I think you've lost your faith a little bit. Your faith in yourself, your faith in this person, your faith in the people that love you, your faith of institutions that you're a part of. You're just feeling lost. But you're not lost. You're very on point. You just feel confused, right? Queen of Swords, she knows what's up. She knows what's going on. She's not a dummy. She's probably like the smartest one in the deck, right? She's really on point. Not only does she accept and understand and is able to articulate the way she feels, but she's able to act on it. I love how the artist portrays her, and they've got her, her hand up, almost like, and I always call her like a puppet master, right? Like she's puppet mastering her life. And so she has that ability to apply the things that she wants, to apply the things that she understands. Do I make sense? Hopefully I make sense. But I think a key here is faith, and a key here is letting go, right? I think there's too much control in your life right now over your emotions, or you're trying too hard to control things. And that control is distracting you from really dealing with it. Okay? Yeah. I don't know. Let me see. This is a really heavy reading. And I see the King of Wands, and I feel like now he's like trying to leave, right? He's about ready to jump up out of his chair and to walk away. You know, are you trying to control someone? Are you trying to manipulate someone? I don't know. I'm not calling you that. I'm not saying that you're trying to do that. I'm kind of, that's intuitively what I'm feeling. It doesn't have to be in a big way, you know. It can be really small little things, little game. It's little games. It's definitely little games. And now the Page of Wands. Embrace a new chapter, right? Embrace the new adventure. We're always changing. We're always evolving, you know. 2 pages here are a blessing for you, okay? Because I think that you might not realize that you're at the beginning of a chapter. You might not realize or understand that your life might change in a very big way. Like, we're at New Year's, we're at holidays. New Year's are always like exciting resolution times. But if you look back at this time last year, in 2015, you know, think about how much your life changed this year. And it's something to be excited about. It's something to, like I say, embrace and to just allow it to wash over you like a wave in the ocean, right? Because, I mean, things are going to change in your life whether you like it or not. Those waves are crashing on that beach whether you like it or not. That water is going to break no matter what. So you don't really have a lot of control over the change that you're about to embark upon. So just roll with it, right? Like, just like, what's the word? Like body surf with the waves, right? Just embrace it and allow it to carry you where you're meant to go. This is a very positive outcome card. This is a challenging reading. It's challenging. It's hard. I see you dealing with real issues. Some of you might be having a lot of relationship or family problems and you know, issues with your boss or your career or your finances, or you've had a hardship in your life. So the one thing, you know, I really feel like faith is a message for you with the 2 of Swords in the reversal. It's kind of the foundational card for this whole spread. Faith that you will be guided, and just go with it, right? Accept the adventure and don't try to puppet master it. Don't try to control it so much, because you can't. You can't control other people. You can't control their actions. You can't control the fact that you've had a hardship, right? We all have them. Every day people go through hard things. And I'm not saying yours isn't important, but I'm saying that you can work through it. Let go of preconceived notions. Let go of judgments of others. Allow people to be human. Allow people to make mistakes. And just embrace them for their sense of humanity. Embrace them for being human and being faulty. And I think that open-mindedness with the Page of Swords, that open-mindedness and lack of judgment will allow you to take those first steps into this very new, exciting, like, new year. Okay? That's it. I'm going to stop talking. Nothing but the best for you. I really, really hope this month goes well. And I really, really hope everything, works out. Okay? So I'll leave you with that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next month. Bye.